All right, just got finished with listening to those first 7 tracks quite a few times. Now we're on to the last 3 songs. Already my thoughts have changed on a couple things, so we'll get to that in a little bit. But for now, let's get to the next song, which is called Verona. My Verona. This is actually the longest song on the album. Let's see. I thought my headphones weren't working there for a sec because it's all coming out of one side. I was like, huh? Ooh, okay. Initial thoughts is this kind of reminds me of something along the lines of Guiding Light, which is not my favorite style for Muse. The problem I had with Ghost is where it started with this kind of beautiful atmosphere, but it never really went anywhere. I'm hoping with this song we at least go somewhere, and if we do, I'll love it. Okay. His voice sounds great there. Okay. I like how the synth's descending. This does not sound like Muse. This sounds like another band. Okay, we're building here. I like this. Come on, let's justify that runtime, baby. They've added layers here. The guitar, the bass, the synth, the voice, it's all building. Pretty solid. I would definitely like this better than Ghosts. But this doesn't really sound like Muse to me. This sounds to me like an alt-rock band doing a pretty nice alt-rock song. There's some cool layering and building, but it's staying in that very basic chordal structure that we've heard from a lot of these alt-rock bands before. I do like the layering. We'll see where we go from here. All right, so quick interjection from Future Dakota. This is a song that has grown on me so much on multiple listens. I really appreciate the time they took to build up the song, and I really appreciate the kind of like ethereal atmosphere it has going for it. And I was too focused on it being like a Muse song and not appreciating the beautiful song that we got. So this one has shot up a lot in my enjoyment with multiple listens. So like I said, it's one of the best on the album. Love it. Ooh, that part was good. Love that synth though. This does really have a nice groove to it. Even when Muse has gone pop in the past, to me, it hasn't sounded like they're chasing trends, really. That's just not something I had ever thought. But this song does give me a little bit of that vibe. But like I said, with the runtime, this could never be played on the radio anyway, so obviously that's not what's going on. With that said, I really do like the layering. I definitely like it more than Ghost, which is kind of a forgettable song. This song, I can definitely remember it. It has a nice groove to it. There are some really interesting production choices. The melodies are beautiful. Matt sounds great. I love all that stuff. Now this song is pretty, and this is going to be one that I'm going to listen to a lot more and give some final thoughts in a video down the line. And we'll see how some of these opinions change over time. Now we're on to Euphoria. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. That's Musey. What's he doing with his voice? Okay. What? It's going back to like Absolution era, like aggression, fast pace. It is very clean produced, and that's the one difference that you can definitely tell from era to era. But still, the way this song is structured, the speed at which everything's being played, the energy, it's all there. This is classic. Love the chord choices. Very classic Muse. What? I don't know what I'm listening to. I love that guitar. Okay, so it's interesting. This is kind of giving me somewhere in the range of an Absolution / Black Holes and Revelations vibe. It has that Starlight kind of chorus of being just this pop-friendly, glossy alternative sound, but it has hints of that Absolution era of frantic playing, and the crazy guitar is more of the future matte sound like they had in Blockades. I'm loving it so far, but it's just like the energy here is just crazy. I don't even know what to do. Nice. Oh, so beautiful here. The reason I'm keep referencing previous albums when I'm talking about this album is I forgot to mention this before. This album is supposed to be a best of Muse type album, like a greatest hits album, except they're making all original songs. So each song is supposed to represent some sort of era previously from the band. And maybe there's like one or two that are supposed to represent something of the future. Okay. Oh, that bass tone. Can hear him. I love this. Don't tell me we're getting an amazing solo. Oh, the build up here. Let's go. Where are we going? Give me something juicy, please. Oh, I love it. There we go. His voice sounds great here, too. Ooh, more soloing. Let's go! Whew. So, that reminded me of the Small Print, Thoughts of a Dying Atheist vibe with some Starlight kind of more glossy flair to it. And I loved it. Loved the energy of the song here. Those types of songs, like those older Muse, just straightforward pop rock songs, are songs that the first time I heard them, I was like, this is good, but it's not as good as something like Newborn, right? But over the years, they've really stuck with me over time, and I just love the energy that Muse brings to those types of songs. This one is a little more upbeat, a little less dark, but it has all of the same energy that I love from them. So, absolutely great song in my book. Happy to hear it. Happy to hear it again later. But now we're on to the last one, and for YouTube reasons, I will not be saying the title of this song, but it's We Are Effing Effed. And I expect this one to be a little darker. Please, Muse, give me some juice. Give me a sprinkle of spice on this one, please. Just a sprinkle. Okay. Whoa! Whoa, where did this come from? Like, they've done a lot of these callback metal songs, right? They've done songs like Kill or Be Killed or Reapers throughout the years. These big, epic metal songs that call back to their old eras. But they have not done one that was kind of in that middle ground of still being rock, but being in that kind of weird, like, this almost sounds like Hullabaloo to me. Like, this sounds weird. The one thing I'll say is you can definitely still tell that the production is a little bit cleaner there. And also, is that the first time we've ever heard Dom on a record other than maybe Supermassive Black Hole Vocoder? You guys let me know down in the comments. This is so noisy. Very weird choices. His voice? We haven't done any of this in a while. Where are we going? Okay. I'm, again, not covering the lyrics here, but solo from that sound. Oh my god. That was just distorted goodness in every single sense. It was weird. Again, it reminded me of that hullabaloo sound. A little bit of Origin of Symmetry or Absolution in there too. But damn, that was weird. My god. Gotta keep listening here. That guitar part is locked in my head more than his voice here. This sounds so good here. Where are we going? Okay, I'm here for this. Let's go. It sounds like Knights? Okay. Nice. Okay. The phaser! Yes! Oh my god, the energy, man. What? Who are you? Muse? Who's them? Sorry. Whoa. Okay, come back. They just kicked me so hard in the teeth there. This energy, man. Higher than Kill or Be Killed. It's higher than anything. Oh my god, I can't wait to hear this live. I don't know what to think. I'm going to stop recording, and I'm gonna come back when I've gathered my thoughts. How about that? Howdy. I'm here to give my thoughts post-thinking. Okay, so now that I've heard all of these songs on the album multiple times, I wanted to give a more rounded opinion of the album and of each individual track. So let's start with number 1, Will of the People. Now, I said at the beginning of my first part reaction that this song had fallen a little bit for me, and while that might still be kind of true, and I don't think it's at the top tier of this album, I actually still really enjoy this song. Number 2 would be Compliance, and again, back to that first part reaction. Again, these flip back and forth. They're not my 2 favorites of the album. They'd be in the bottom 3. The third track is Liberation, and this is one that has been difficult for me to rate exactly. It falls somewhere in the middle, but to me, there's a bottom 3 and a top 7 on this album, and this would be in that top 7. This song can be slightly derivative of that Queen sound, but I think the last minute or so of the track really redeems it and makes it a worthy Muse song and a great addition to the album. I really enjoy it. A theme you might notice is that the second half of this album is much stronger than the first, in my opinion. Number 4 would be Won't Stand Down, and this song was a banger when it dropped, and it's a banger now. It's a song that I'm still obsessed with, absolutely to this day. I just revisited it again when re-listening to this whole album, and I feel like I love it even more than I did the first time. And that's saying something. If you've seen that reaction, you know what I'm talking about. Then we get on to Ghosts, parentheses, How Can I Move On? And this is the worst song of the album for me. It is just doesn't connect lyrically for me as much as I hoped it would. It doesn't connect sonically as much as I hoped it would. It's a pretty okay ballad, but it doesn't really stand out, and it's not a great song on the album. They could have gone so many directions that could have just lifted this up a little bit more. And now we're on the second half of the album, and you're going to notice this is where I think it really takes off. So at number 6, we have You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween. I think this is a perfect song. I think this sounds like the perfection of the Typhoon's Royal Blood sound that we got a few years ago. And it's a perfection of Muse's own forays into that pop rock sound with some electronic elements. Next is Kill or Be Killed, which I would drop just a tiny bit due to some weaker production in the studio version compared to the live version. It's still definitely in that top tier, probably top 2 or 3 of the album, but because the production is a little bit too perfect and the bass is taken just a little bit lower in the mix, it doesn't quite hit the top level for me that of this album that it could have. But it's still an amazing song, an amazing listen. It's kind of like Stockholm Syndrome 2.0 or something. It's a great song. Love it, especially live. Number 8 is Verona. And if you watched my reaction, you know that at the beginning, I wasn't really sold in this song. This is the song that I really wanted to devote some time to talk to, because at first it sounded to me like an alt rock song that was looking or alt pop even, that I was looking to get on the radio. But the more I sat with it, the more I listened to it, the more I appreciated all of the intricate layering that they did on this song. I appreciated the lengthy runtime, that time they took to build this whole soundscape out. I appreciate the lyrics on this song more than just about any other that they've released in a decade. Hard for me to get into at first, but the more I paid attention to it and the more I peeled it back, the more I really got into it. And I feel like this is a song that's going to even keep rising in my ranks as the days and weeks go on. Absolutely love it. Then we have Euphoria, which is kind of a mixed bag because it is super high energy, super classic Muse sound, but it does have that kind of like glossy, almost cheesy chorus, but to me, I personally still really enjoy it. Has great soloing, great energy from Matt, like I said, and it's a fast-paced, rapid song that throws back to some older like Absolution and Black Hole stuff. I would definitely put it in the top 6 or 7 songs of the album. Like I said, there's like a tier 1 and a tier 2 on this album, and it's definitely in that top tier, but it's not the best of that top tier. It's a very good, fun Muse song. Then we have We Are Effing Effed, which I could see why this song could be off-putting to some. It kind of has that almost like too far element that Psycho had, and that off-put a lot of people for that song. For this song, I think it fits perfectly. The way it went super gritty, it went super classic Muse, almost hullabaloo showbiz origin era in the verses. And then the chorus kind of reminded me a little bit of that pre-chorus, the Stockholm Syndrome, where it just gets crazy noisy. And then the outro is like a Knights of Sidonia, like assassin metal hybrid. And basically the song is a best hits of Muse, and that's what they wanted to do coming out with this album, was make it kind of a tour of all of their different sounds. And you can definitely hear that when you go track to track. Now, that makes this album a little bit less cohesive. There's not like a distinct direction that they're heading in here, but it makes it for a more fun collection of songs. And I'm not really a general album listener. So overall, where would I rank this? Where would I rank all the songs individually amongst each other? Where would I rank the albums? Those are going to be future videos, so you can look forward to that. But I got to sit with it. You know, I don't know what I'm going to think in a week or two. So that's why I'm going to give some time, let the juices soak in my brain, and see where things end up. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the album. Put your favorite and least favorite song on the album down in the comments, and subscribe for more Muse content. See you guys soon. Peace.